Thank you very much. Yeah, so I want us to, you see, when it comes to trading, the first important thing that one must to make sure that he or she does is making sure that you have what you call a strategy. You have to make sure that you have what you call a strategy. A strategy, these are the things you follow in order to take a trade. Yeah, not just be buying, not to just be buying, not to just be selling anyhow, but following your strategy. And you see, when it comes to the strategy, there's no strategy actually which is bad strategy. But the thing is just that people get so impatient, and like you find that a strategy here which has been paying you for some good time, when you get some losses, you decide to give up on it. But yet at the end of the day, you find that you have already been having results from that strategy. Yeah, so it's important for any trader to have a strategy or things which he or she follows in order to take a trade. Yeah, so without a trade, without your strategy or those things you follow, then it means that you just take trades anyhow, which is bad. Yeah, so along our journey, we're going to be focusing on the things that so far I believe everyone knows how to use them. And among these things, actually these things we call them factors of conference. Factors of conference, factors of conference. These are the what we call the signals and confirmations. These are the these are the things which signal you that the market is likely to do this, and then you just follow your factors of conference and wait for confirmation. When you get a confirmation, and then you can take a take a trade afterwards after the confirmation. Yeah. So majorly we are going to be trading with price action. We are going to be trading price action and market structure. So everything that we are going to be every trade which you are going to be taking, it has to be first and foremost respecting market structure. When we talk about market structure, this is all about making sure that we focus on buying on support if it's a buying trend, and focusing only on buys, and then selling from resistance if it's a selling trend, and prioritizing one thing, trading in the direction of that trend. Yeah, so we are not going to be taking trades that are against the trend, no matter how sweet they might seem to be. Why? Because when you trade with a trend, you are already minimizing the risk. You're already minimizing the risk. When you compare the trades which do hit take profit and the trades which do hit stop loss, you find that most of the trades in the direction of the trend, they always, almost of the times, they will hit take profit. So we are going to prioritize following the trend, because the trend, it's that first thing which is going to enable us to be successful. Yeah, even if we are seeing some kind of selling opportunities, you should not be taking them. Yeah, so that's how market structure is going to be. Buying from support, if it's a buying trend, you never take any kind of sales in a buying trend. Even if there is no any buying confirmation yet, we shall just be patient until when we can get a buying confirmation which takes place on support. Yeah, so we are going to be prioritizing that trend. And then the other thing, price action. After making our market structure, that is identifying our support and resistance zones. Identifying our support and resistance zones. Then after identifying our support and resistance zones, we shall wait for our price action confirmation to confirm us to take entries. So this is how we are going to be doing it. Like for example, uh, some of you here, Sarah, you don't know the system. This is a trading algorithm. Yeah, Sarah and Unit, I'm sure you don't know about it. This is a trading algorithm. Douglas knows it and knows it. So it shows us um, different resistances and supports and zones, and also it shows us which side is strong. When below it's highlighting green, it's showing us that buyers are stronger than the sellers. So meaning that in this scenario, we have to be focusing on buying opportunities. Then it has also this line, which also changes colors. If it's yellow, it means that we have to be focusing on buying opportunities. Then if it's blue, it means that sellers are stronger than the buyers. And it also has these zones. For example, this is a strong resistance zone. And then when you check here, uh, it has these lines. There's this green line which represent resistance, and then this reddish one which represent support. Yeah. So it just simplifies uh, the drawing support and resistance lines. Yeah. So I'm going to also be utilizing it. So now let's get here. So this is how it's going to be. We are going to be analyzing the market. We find a support is here, and then when we find that support is here, it means that we can take our entries for being the fact that it's a buying trend. We can take our, I think, let me first remove these indicators. So after identifying that, it's a buying trend, we have to look for a support zone. But before looking for support zone, we have to apply trend line trend line support, and then trend line resistance. Okay, let me try to adjust them. How about now? Well, I've also increased the light. So we're going to be, these are the things that we're going to be following. We apply market structure first and identify also the available support, most recent, also the available support and resistance areas. For example, here on today's market, I can see that our our trend lines are like this. It's a buying trend. It's a buying trend as per naked market structure. Then we have a support zone at this point, basing on this previous swing. And then also we have a support zone around here. So these are the most recent levels. This support zone and this one. Then when we come up here, we have resistance zone, resistance level here. So it's a buying trend, meaning that we have to be focusing on buying from support. And we can see that in this scenario, we can only buy from here. Yeah, but when you look here, um, I can see there's a minor support here because this market bought, then retraced a bit down and then bought. But when you try to when you try to coordinate this resistance with this support, you can see that currently gold is on a buying trend, but it has some kind of ranging based on this swing and this one. Yeah, it has some kind of ranging, but it's a clear buying trend. So if we are to take a trade, I'll not opt to take a trade um, from this minor support because it's having a small length when it comes to where our next resistance is. Yeah, but if this current hour closes with a good price action confirmation, for example, like a hammer, it can be a good confirmation to take a buy order with a small risk. But then I would be looking forward to wait for a buying opportunity from around this area because this area would be in coordination with the horizontal support and the trend line support. So this area is around, this is around, so between between 3022 to 3025. It's a strong support area, support zone, whereby when the market gets back in this area, we can wait for buying confirmation and then take the buying opportunity, because it's a buying trend and the marketing will be going forward to that area. So we can have like two areas of buys. Apart from this support, then there's also this one down. And if this market breaks here and it comes down to this point, it will have broken the trend line support, and this support meaning that most sellers, and it would be opting that sellers will likely push the market further up to around here. So for us to still, the last opportunity for us to take buying opportunities in this area would be from this point. So we have two areas of buying opportunities, this one and there and that one. Or actually the third one is when the market breaks this resistance. Personally, I prefer taking breakout entries when that candle which has broke out the resistance or the support, it's a fully bordered candle, always just a small wick. So we have three areas of attention when a buying candle breaks here. When buyers break this area, we can take a buy entry, because after there the next resistance would be here, basing on this previous support which the market broke with this big candle. I don't know if you can see this one. Previously back last week, this was the support zone, but this candle broke it, market sold. Right now the market is trying to move as it's coming back to this area. So when a buying candle breaks here, you can buy, because buyers will be targeting this next what? This next resistance. Yeah, that's around 3,300, 3,300, 33 to 3,335. So from 3,334 to 3,000 to 3,336. Yeah, so buyer's target will be to go within that zone. Yeah, so currently we're waiting for buying confirmation at this point, or when the market breaks out here. But then when sellers manage to push this market further down up to breaking this point, then sellers would have become very strong, and sellers will be looking forward to push this market further down up to 3,310. Yeah, because there's a support zone at this point too. So the moment the market closes below 3,320, there will still be no opportunity for us to risk into buys. Actually, it would be from 3,318 to 3,020 to 3,320. Yeah, the moment sellers close below here, then there we can only actually, after sellers breaking this trend line support and also succeeding in breaking this one, there we can only actually there the sellers trend would have become strong, and at that moment after the breakout of here, we can take only the what? Only the sells. Or the other scenario would be that if sellers, by the time sellers break here, if they have already built lower highs and lower lows, then we can opt to sell from a trend line resistance with a price action confirmation. Yeah. But as long as the market is still trading above 3,320, no risk for sales. Yeah, so that's how I see the market today. So meaning so this is our so meaning that we have already done our two factors of conference. Our first factor of conference, which is market structure. Right now we are only waiting for price action confirmation. Yeah, so if I'm to take any trade, it has to have to be within this area with a price action confirmation. Yeah, with a price action confirmation. Yeah, this one, buying opportunity to have 1, 2. When the moment actually buying side, we have this breakout 1, then this one 2, back to support, and another support. Then those are 3 buying opportunities we are waiting for. Or the moment sellers break here, then we shall be taking only sales. Yeah. So as we're still trading above 3,320, buy that's still strong. And then if sellers manage to push this market down and they move while forming lower highs and lower lows, the moment the market gets to this point, and we get a buying confirmation, we can buy, taking our profits from this point. The moment you get from here, yes, Douglas, this one, this last one, this one, it's between 3,318 to 3,020, 3,320. Yeah. Okay. Uh, so, so when after taking buying opportunity from here, the moment the market gets back to this resistance, because this is support currently, but when sellers break it, it will have become resistance. So the moment the market comes back to this area and it forms a selling price action confirmation, then we can opt to take sales because it will have confirmed the strong resistance, a strong seller's resistance, and also confirming us that the selling trend has fully that sellers are in full control, because they have managed to even to take back they've managed to even give confirmation on a previous support which became resistance, meaning communicating continuation of the selling trend. Yeah, so currently we're focusing on the buys until sellers manage to, we can take sales only when this market retraces back here and gives us a selling confirmation. But before that, we won't take any selling opportunity. Yeah, so this I can see this minor support, still they are trying to break it. Yeah, it wasn't so strong. That's why personally I also never gave it too much attention. Yeah, so we're done with the market structure and we are waiting for only price action confirmation. Then after that, um, let's apply our indicators and to see what for them telling us. Major we are going to be using the moving average 21 and moving average 8. When moving average 8 crosses moving average 21, it means that when moving let me first apply them. So this is how it is. This let me change its color, different color from the lines. Let's give it here. So this purple one, it's the moving average 8. Then this red one is the moving average 21. So when moving average 21 crosses moving average, sorry, when moving average 8 crosses moving average 21, it means that the market has shifted from being the selling direction to the buying direction. And then, actually, when it crosses from below, when the moving average 8, for this case, which is our purple moving average, when it crosses from below, now like here, facing above, and keeps on going above, it means that buyers are stronger than the sellers. And then when this moving average 8 crosses moving average 21, just like here, when it crosses from above going down, it means that sellers have become more strong. So at that moment, while the moving average keep moving like that, we just have to be looking for selling opportunities only. That's as per the indicator knowledge. Then, as we can see here, the moving average 8 crossed the moving average 21, and they have kept on moving, going. They have kept on moving, whereby the moving average 8 is above moving average 21, which communicates that sellers are stronger than the buyers. Like that, it's a buying trend. Sorry, buyers are stronger than the sellers. So at this point, moving averages are also confirming us that we can only look for buying opportunities. They're also not telling us to sell, which is also in line with our naked market structure analysis. So we are on we are in the right direction. So when it comes to moving average, so to parabolic sum, I have my very accurate parabolic sum, but then I always try to set it on the PC, but then it keeps on failing. Yeah, the PC can't allow me to have 0.020. Then below here I have 0.200. Yeah, why I use that setup? Because it's very fast and I have a very high probability history at risk when it comes to that kind of setup. Yeah, so on your phone you can set your parabolic size to 0.020 step 0.020, then maximum 0.200. That's like it's always very fast. It's very fast. And personally, I've took several trades with it, and the market has always been giving me money. Yeah. So let me take. So when I look on my parabolic sum, so this one I can also apply it. Check. So when I check here on my phone, um, parabolic SARS, currently are trying to support sellers. And why are they supporting sellers? Because um, the market reached the trend line resistance, and right now, so it reached the horizontal resistance, which is this, and right now it's trying to retrace back to support. Yeah. But then when I check on H4 on my phone, still parabolic stars are supporting buyers, something to here, something here, still parabolic stars are supporting buyers. Yeah, so we are in the buying trend. So that's how we're going to be. But the other thing is that we have not looked on, we are going to be doing actually, we're going to be, in our analysis, we're going to be doing, I made the analysis here, trying to show how we're going to be analyzing, and I just made the analysis on one time frame. Yeah, but in general, we're going to be doing full, we're going to be doing full top-down market analysis. But still applying just like you have seen, and then we foot out to H1 or M flat, and then we look for trading opportunities. So when we come on our when we come on our so I think let me just open another free chart so that I don't so that the lines they don't disorganize us. So we are going to be doing naked pure top-down analysis. We start from D1. So when we come on D1, and so we have a previous support here. Actually, the major trend, even if we don't do a lot of analysis, but the major trend on gold, it's bullish, though gold has been ranging in this area like this. Actually, from the last month, gold has been ranging within this zone. Comes back to this support, buys, comes back to this support, buys, comes back to this support, buys, retraces back to it, buys. So when you try to look here, you can clearly see that this has been a support zone which has been tested many times. Actually, it's between what has been trading for the past month, between 3,298 to 3,300. So this is a support zone, and this support zone comes directly from here. Then it was respected here, respected again here, then clearly respected even here, and even this move also respected it, meaning that this is a strong zone which has been respected several times, so we cannot ignore it. And then we have our strong resistance here, basing on what on these swings. So this resistance is on 3,450 to 3,453. No, it's from 3,453 to 3,455. Yeah. So currently go on D1. It's in a buying trend. It's in a buying trend, and this is our trend line. This is our trend line support is on D1. So this is our trend line support on D1, and you can see that the past days the market retraced back to this trend line support, tried to actually broke it back to next to, and then to move it back to this support, this strong support. And yesterday gave us a confirmation that this is the actually yesterday respected this support zone, as you can see here. Monday closed with indecision candle communicating reversal, and then yesterday it closed with the bullish engulfing, though there was some kind of sellers who tried to push the market down. That's why today started whereby it was selling more. But then, as per our analysis, you can see that gold reached this horizontal support, which was respected several times, and right now we are majorly looking forward to. Right now, gold is signaling to buy going forward up to, but next what? Up to back to that resistance, because there's this kind of ranging which has been in place. Yeah. So our analysis on lower time on M30 was right, because even our top down analysis is also confirming us that we can take we earn what buying direction after the market getting back to the support zone. Yeah. So, and when it comes to do one, our major attention has to be on the direction of the trend and those major major support and resistance zones. So the market is trying to get to, so there's even a supply zone here, 3,431. So the most nearest buyer's target currently, there's even here. So the most nearest buyer's target, actually this line bases on this swing. So the most nearest buyer's target is to push the market. Actually, this is, I can call it this also weekly analysis. Buyers are looking forward to push the market back to this point, 3,390. Yeah, 300 from it's from 3,387 to 3,380, 3,390. Yeah. So the most nearest buyer's target is to push them up. Wait. Yes, so still there is also this one here. So still there is also this one here. So for now, buyers are looking forward to push the market back to 3,360. And for all our trades which you can take right now, the target has to be looking forward to 3,360. Yeah. So the one is also supporting buying. Yeah, so here we can see some kind of we have some kind of supply zones. We have a supply zone here and here. Yeah, but we cannot. But for this case, here we cannot. I'm not going to draw the lines on H1, on H4. Yeah, because we shall be clearly following them with on H1, because they are also, what is represented on H4 has also to be represented on H1, so we can easily be able to identify those zones. Yeah, so we are in the right direction. It's a buying trend. Yeah, it's a buying trend. And lastly, when I look on one of my indicators, which I love most, which is called the Ichimoku Kikohayu. This one slowly you'll be learning how it's used. So this one, it's when you look here, this orange shows seller's strength. As it keeps on decreasing, it means that seller's strength has decreased. And when you try to um, look back, to look here, it's trying to change to green, meaning say buyers are starting to become strong. Yeah, so we are in the right direction. And then when you look down here also, the red line and the blue line, the blue line we call it Tikansen, red line we call it Kijansen. So the Tikansen closed the Kijansen, the blue line crossed the red line, still signaling buyer strength. So it's like to be, as per today's analysis, we are more bullish unless something changes. Yeah, so that's all for today, and we are looking for buying opportunities from this area. This one from 3,323 to 3,325, then also from 3,318 to 320. So we are looking for buying opportunities from these areas, or a breakout of this resistance, which is actually it's at 3,328 to 3,330. Yes, so those are the three trading opportunities that we're looking forward to having today in today's trading. And then if the market changes, if sellers break here, we can, and then we take buy from here, then we can opt to take selling or selling entry after sellers retracing back here. Or the moment sellers keep trading down and they go below 3,320, then the sellers will have become strong. So we shall be changing to side to the selling direction. Yeah, but currently we are strongly bullish. I don't see any any nearest risk into sales. Yeah, so that's all for today, and I'm going to be following up with this chart for entry opportunities. Yeah, yes, Douglas. Mm, mm, mm. Okay, someone can take a pending order. Yeah, pending orders like they are good actually when you have done top down analysis like that. And with pending orders, you have to make sure that you use a risk to reward ratio. Yeah, because remember, pending orders, you don't wait for that lower, that strong, that confirmation. Like let's say, like on H1. Yeah, but still, the market respects these zones. And with pending orders, if you're trading with the risk management, it's also a good way to go. If you're trading with the risk management and risk trade ratio, yeah, so we can take a buy a pending order from here. It can be around 3,322. Yeah, 3,322. No, 3,300. Um, 3,300. 3,320. Yeah, I would recommend a buy limit from that area, or another buy limit from 3,003. No, this one is at 3,324. Then another buying limit can be at 3,320. Yeah, but since like you don't wait for confirmation, I would recommend yeah, this would actually both buying limits would be good. This one and this one, but as long as you trade with risk trade ratio. If you're risking $2 here, the profit should be in $6 minimum. Then another buy limit still can be at around 3,330. Yeah, 3,000. No, no, it should be a little bit up. It should be around 3,331. Yeah, with the risk trade ratio, and don't risk more than 2% of your capital. Yeah, so that's it for the buys. And then if it's to take sell limit, I can only look for to take a single opportunity. I can set a sell limit at around 3,300, 15. Yeah, that's where I can opt to take a sell limit. Or actually, in this scenario, sell limits would be good after after sellers are this closing below this resistance. Yeah, when the sellers close below this resistance, this one here, so this support, it will have become support. And as sellers keep going down, then we can sell. We can set a sell limit. Then we can set a sell limit at this very resistance, meaning that later when the market retraces back to this resistance, our sell limit will be activated, and then we can be in the market because we will be opting that we'll be we have confirmed that after the market retracing back here, it will be going back to support again. Yeah, so currently we have more valid we have more buy limits than the sell limit until sellers close below here. Yeah, so that's it, my brother. So you can set your buy limit as per this support or above 3,330. But as per the moving average, we are still bullish. Madam Salah, Madam Eunice, do you agree with the analysis or anything you'd like to supplement on?